I hate when a guy asks, like, oh my gosh, like, how long was the previous guy before we started dating? Like, how do you explain to him that it was like the day before, the hour before we met, bro?
Now I've heard Eskimo brothers, but that's more like Eskimo roommates.
Hay chicas que le gusta, como te dije, cruzar. A mí no me gusta cruzar porque no me siento natural. You know, so yo prefiero caminar como yo camino, pero con más estilo. You know, like tirando más las caderas para los lados. Do you want to try?
Sí, vamos a hacer.
Oh, y los brazos, relájate.
People tell me all the time that I have one of the prettiest snatches they've ever seen. No, not that one. What do you think?
If you hear this and then go and bend your back, go and bend your knees, baby, shake it to the max. Will the DJ please turn up the bass to the...
I love when people are like, you don't really believe the things you say online, right? And I'm like, no. Things I believe are much worse. I could never say those online.
If YouTube only knew.
Alrighty then. Hey, thanks for coming in tonight, guys. I got your check. Will it be together or separate?
You gonna suck it?
Separate.
Separate.
Yeah, he says separate. I like the look on the waiter's face. This fool's a fool. He's a clown.
I can't even look at the front of one of these cars because I get sexually excited.
Women are the most dangerous thing for women because what happens is women will tell a woman, girl, go out and live your life. So she's going to go out and live her life. She's going to 20, 23, 27, 30, 35. Then she's going to get 40 and be like, damn, I want to get married. And the men that wanted you at 20, that want to marry you when you were 20, they no longer want you. They want the younger female. And so now a lot of women are bitter and mean and get on these platforms. I can't find a man. They ain't shit. I'm tired of going to parent-teacher conferences with my son, and I'm seeing all these women line up down the hallway stressed out, leaning over on the fucking wall because they don't have no man. They made a mistake 12 years ago. They had a one-night stand after the club, and now we have 70% of moms that don't have a man, and these boys are being raised by women. And now these women have turned these boys into son husbands. They don't have no structure. They don't go outside and play. They don't do nothing but sit on their asses, and then when they get older, they become the same men that their mamas hate. So now they're out here being Pookie and Ray Ray, depending on females to take care of them. It's a shame that these boys are being raised by these single moms, and they taking up on the feminine characteristics of their mama.
I love when I can see the tentacles. And you was just swimming one day, now you about to swim in my ass, cause I'ma shit you out as soon as I eat you up.
These beautiful things that I've got, please stay.
Oh my God, why would you do that, man? We can't have nothing, bro.
Alright guys, I need you to vote in the comments. Keep it real, I liked her way thicker, so we're going 1 for thicker, 2 for thin. Cast your vote today and we'll let you know how it went in the future.
Watch this. You ready? Baggy. Boom.
What's the craziest thing you've done on spring break?
Suck on the airplane, period.
Like in the bathroom or like?
Nope. Right in the seats.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I'm a Pisces.
Was it better in the air?
It was. He kept calling. I said, hey, that was a one-time thing.
Oh, you didn't know him?
Pisces said no.
You met him on the
plane? That makes it
plane?
even better.
She must be quite a gal.
Man, there's a Lizzo wannabe right here with the period. Hey, Lizzo got smoked by South Park, and she was saying that too. I'm that bitch, period. Well, man, does it get more disgusting? I mean, I wouldn't screw this chick if you paid me, no matter what.
Squeezing. That toothpaste in there. I want you to do it real fast for me. See, these older women don't teach y'all young girls about this right here. When y'all dealing with men and they open up to y'all and they talk to you. No, pour it all in there. That's what I want you to do. I want you to pour it in there. I want to teach you something. Now, he done opened up to you and told you some things, right? And he trusted you with that information. And you turned around and said all the mean things to him. You repeated back what he told you. And that you repeated 2 things that he told you not to. That's why I told you to put them 2 things right there. Now take this right here and put it back in the damn. Take all that toothpaste and put them back in them tubes.
I'm not gonna have to do it.
That's why you shouldn't say things like that. You can talk and you can say mean things, but you can't take them back. Now he ain't gonna trust you. That's what the old school women don't teach y'all young girls. That's why y'all be messing up y'all relationships and don't know how to be feminine. You don't know how to do anything because your mouth too damn big. Be quiet sometimes. That's why men don't trust you.
That is such a great analogy. I never really heard that one before, but great food for thought. Great thing to think about. My dad would always say, think about what you say before you fucking say it. That shit was real. Now I have like a 2 or 3 second gap in between what I say and like what I'm thinking in my head at least. Thanks, Dad.
Where the f you at? Where you at? All this good throat is going to f***ing waste. I'm trying to...
Say what?
Like, do you not understand? Like... I just want... Like, what the fuck? Where are you?
You're gonna have to take a number.
Hey guys, if you're looking for the wildest police videos YouTube has to offer, you gotta pay us a visit over here at FreezePOV.
When I'm with you.
Fofos, I'm tipping. Wood grain, I'm gripping. Catch me line switching with the paint.
Great day for a hike, huh? Come with me.
Don't mind if I do.
Just don't stare at it the whole time, though, because I know that's why you're behind me.
I'm good back here.
You're gonna follow me, or you're gonna go a separate route?
No, I think I'm good. The little black is showing up.
Damn it. Could you see it?
I can do 20 miles like this.
Yeah, of course, huh?
We'll walk forever.
Which way's back?
All right, stop.
I sure lose count of my steps following that chick. Fuck.
You know, recently there's been a lot of articles pointing out how men are far less emotionally intelligent than women and how that's been ruining their relationships.
Oh, yeah. You know, I always say the wife's more intelligent than me. Emotionally, of course.
You know, it's unfortunate, but it's a department that we lack in. Last week we're at the airport. Our plane gets delayed an hour, whereas my natural instinct would be to say, it is what it is, there's nothing we can do. Brittany had the emotional intelligence to realize this is a big deal. We should be arguing with anyone who will listen, and in general, just going ballistic, regardless of whether or not it'll help.
Look, it's not about whether or not it helps.
No.
For example, say you plan an outdoor event and it begins to rain. An emotionally unintelligent person like myself might suggest some sort of alternative or contingency, or maybe we'll do it on another day, as opposed to realizing that this is in fact the end of the world and you should be flying off the handle.
You know, whether you're reading an article about COVID coming back or your Uber Eats driver brings you the wrong order, we as men do not have the emotional intelligence to realize that not only is this something we should be freaking out about, but we should also be becoming actively hostile to others who are remaining calm.
That's exactly fucking right. I love Ryan Long. This guy's hilarious. I saw him at the comedy club in San Diego before. But man, isn't that crazy? The women try to talk about being emotionally intelligent and they're literally emotionally unstable. They also like to talk about their love language. What a fucking joke. All right, y'all, let's see what I got for you today. You know, guys, I really dream that you guys could get my life because this shit is hella fun. I got a lot of money. I'm free. I can do whatever I want. I have no one to answer to. You know, in the best place in the world to live. Weather's perfect. Everything's exactly right. You know, you could really make this work. You could really make this work for you as well. But the deepest thing you have to figure out is analyzing. And people will say that the businesses don't work or like, you know, it's a 50-50 or something like that. But it truly isn't if you learn how to analyze it. I'm telling you, once I leap in, I never miss. And right now I'm actually sort of thinking about doing a skid steer business. And, well, you know, there's a lot of different things you can do, especially in San Diego, like remove pools or be a subcontractor for a demo person, a real estate person. You could resurface driveways, gravel driveways. There's a lot of different things you can do with the skid steer, and I also already have a tractor. So, you know, I have one of my friends, and we're trying to figure out, like, how can we make $1,000 a day? And, well, with the skid steer, you know, people in, like, Kentucky are making $1,000 a day with the thing. but we have a population between San Diego and LA that's bigger than some states. So if we really put our nose to the grindstone, what is it that we have to fulfill? Like, what is our overhead? And our overhead essentially would be the trailer and the cost for the bobcat, for the skid steer. So it's like $1,200 a month or less. And you know, one of the driveway jobs, fuck, these guys charge like $4,000 and the rock's like $1,500. We could also do weed abatement, where they pay us to get rid of their weeds, because in San Diego they fine you for having weeds. It's like something that happens every single year around here. So you know, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna advertise and try to get the phone to ring. And if I can get the phone to ring more than 10 times in a month, I'll probably go buy the thing. But at the end of the day, what I'm doing is I'm analyzing the worst case scenario numbers. Like one job a month, could it cover the overhead on the business? And I mean, you got 30 days in a month, dude. Like, if you couldn't make $1,000 in 30 days, like, that's a fucking joke. And on the high side, if you worked, you know, 15 days out of the month and made $1,000 a day, you'd make 15 grand. So what if you worked all 30? It's like, my plan is to buy the stuff. I already know how to run everything, teach my friend how to drive it, how to run everything. And then I'll work like 1 or 2 days a week for fun, because I love doing it. And he'll do it most of the time. And we'll make the payment, split the rest. And well, before you know it, another one of my friends is going to have himself in a situation where he's making $1,000 a day. And well, guys, you can go ahead and tell me how you think that would miss in the comments, but I dare you to pretend like a guy like me couldn't make $1,000 in a whole month to cover the payment on the trailer and the bobcat. I absolutely will, 1,000%. And I guarantee you I'd get 10 more days worth of work. I guarantee it, for at least $1,000 profit every single day. I can just see the numbers. This shit's too fucking easy. So, you know, when you're analyzing the business before you jump in, it's the biggest thing you have to do. And it's got to be the worst case scenario profit versus the worst case scenario overhead expenses. And if it still makes itself float, if it still makes sense, it's probably a really good sign. I've never had a problem when I got the numbers to look like that. And well, you might say it's impossible, but if you put your mind to it, your subconscious mind, your conscious mind together, will reverse engineer a way to get there. I promise you. All right, guys, I always appreciate y'all tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're going to see you on the next one.